So I'm really happy to be here. My name is Martha Rouleau. I teach at a local yoga studio in Richmond. I also teach at the Wise. I teach yoga at the College of William and Mary. I also do mindfulness programming, some programming around grief work. And also I teach a 1-credit mindfulness meditation course based on neuroscience and the traditional practices. What I love about yoga, and hopefully some of this guidance will get you into that flow and zone as well too, that it's very often called meditation in motion. So, just the idea of bringing awareness to how our body is moving, that's helping to calm the mind down because the mind has something to focus on instead of all the ping ponging that at least my mind does. And I'm sure yours does too. So I invite you to consider the afternoon is going to arrive. You've chosen this time. So when you notice those thoughts about thinking ahead, I invite you just to come back to the sensation that you're noticing in your body, the movement of your arm, any sensations or your legs or whatever's moving, any sensations that you happen to notice, and with just a wide open, soft lens of kindness and curiosity. I won't be able to see any questions. If you have any, I'm going to really try and honor time ending between 12:20 and 12:25 so that, perhaps at the end, if there's time for questions, I didn't even ask if that was a possibility. I can answer them. So let us begin. Last caveat is please be careful if you have socks on. And if we come to standing, I invite you to either put shoes on or put on or take your socks off if you have that option. So welcome. Let us begin. So we're going to begin by arriving. And also, I just want to say about chair yoga, we have the opportunity to really just come as we are. I purposely wore these colors so that you could see me, and hopefully it would be a little bit easier for you. But all types of clothing are available. If you see me moving back and forth, it's just because I might be adjusting the screen a little bit. Right now, I see that you can't see my feet, so I'm going to just pull it down a little bit. And when I stand, there we go. All right, there we go. So let's just take a moment, and you can certainly at this point in time lean into the back of your chair. Right, take a moment to just allow yourself to get heavy in your chair and receiving the support of the chair. And let's all take a nice inhale through the nose and a longer exhale through the nose. And noticing that the exhale is letting go, and maybe you feel yourself just resting a little bit more solidly or firmly into the chair. So doing that a couple more times where you allow the inhale, of course, to be full, opening in the body, and then the exhale. We still remain tall, but we're just able to rest a little bit more. So 2 more times. The exhale is a letting go. It is settles and brings on board our parasympathetic nervous system. We're telling the body right now that we are here and this is now. So when you're ready, taking a moment to bring your awareness to the natural rhythm of your breath. Just allowing your gaze to go inward and notice the shifts in your front of your body as you inhale and exhale. And then noticing the sides of your body as you inhale and exhale, a little more subtle awareness. And then noticing the backs of your body. Wherever you notice it, that's fine. Remember, it really is the breath that breathes our body. Even if we wanted to hold our breath for a super long time, something would happen. We would go unconscious to allow our body to take in another inhale. So then coming back and noticing the front of your body as you inhale and exhale. And we'll do just a quick checking in. If you're comfortable, let's take our hands down, put them on top of our quads, and let's just kind of move from side to side. Again, just bringing awareness to here we are sitting right now. Feeling your feet connected with the floor. So they're feeling rooted or connected, bringing awareness to the tips of your toes, maybe a little push down, even in your shoes and your socks. Just notice the sensations. Again, we're bringing the mind something to focus on in the body. And this for anxiety is very helpful because it's the furthest part of our body. Sometimes if we focus on our nose, right, it's like really close to where our thoughts are. So bring your awareness all the way down to your toes. Take an inhale through your nose. And exhale through your nose and just maybe push down just a little bit on your feet, almost like you could trace the whole edge of your feet and they'd be leaving a footprint. Next inhale, when you're ready, bring awareness up to your hips. And on the exhale, like we were doing, allow the hips to settle. Release. The glutes feel more connected to the chair. Next inhale, we travel up the midline, all the way up to the base of our throat. And on the exhale, we let go. No hurry. When you're ready, next inhale, bring awareness right up to the corners of your neck and your shoulders. Exhale, maybe your shoulders can relax a little bit. Next inhale, we'll bring awareness to our jaw, checking in, is there any tension, base of our ears? And exhale, let it go. Next inhale, we will bring awareness right up to our eyes, feeling them maybe soft in the eye socket. Nothing to stare at, like when you're working. And of course, then we let go. Last inhale, travel with your awareness all the way up your midline to the top of your head. Imagine it's like an elevator shaft. Exhale, we release. We travel all the way down to the floors. Let it go. If your eyes were closed, I invite you to have a soft opening. Let's begin now with some warm up. And so we're going to do some circles. Imagine it's like this rod through you, right? So we're not going to be like shifting from side to side. We're just going to engage our core. So it's really kind of our core. It's our navel center that we're moving around, right? So the spine is keeping us tall. There we go. Notice a little bit of the shift, but we're warming up here. And then let's go the other direction. Maybe one direction is easier than the other. Notice if your chin wants to lead the way. This is just all noticing. It's so interesting, but this keeps our core steady, helps us stay upright. As we all know, for back health, it's our core that really supports it. All right, let's come to stillness. We're going to do something similar where we're going to push down, open your feet a little bit wider. We're going to push down with that right foot, come over to the left. Again, I'm not reaching my head. We're going to come back through center, push down with left, side to side. Maybe your glutes come up a little bit, maybe not. Have a little bit of fun with this, although there is engagement, right? Back and forth. And we'll go each side one more time. Here we go. And then we're going to come into stillness. Go. Since our feet are open wide, maybe even a little bit wider, let's place our forearms on our quadriceps. I invite you to play with your neck. So let's bring our chin close to our sternum. Then shift your awareness to the muscles on the back of your head and move your head, noticing the muscles on the back of your head. We often think it's our chin that lifts, but no, let's release the muscles on the back of the head. This is good for a new wiring in our minds for movement. Let's use the muscles on the back of the head to lift. Gaze is straight down, shoulder blades open. Nice. Let's leave that left arm on the quad, right hand onto the hip. We'll just come over to the side. If you'd like to lift that right arm up, you can. And maybe right arm goes over the ear and you reach long, getting into that side body. It's a particular muscle that happens to really contract from all the sitting. Let's now take this right hand, put it on that left knee. We're going to take that left hand out and put it on our right knee. Find ourselves coming forward. Release your arms. Your elbows are already crossed. We're going to bring the backs of our palms together, Right, you can see me, okay? So the backs of our palms are together. Push down with your core, your feet. We're going to twist over to the left gently. Notice I'm not going all the way. I'm keeping my core strong. And when ready, we'll go to the other side. When ready, we're going to come through center one more time. Twist over to the left. Back through center. And we'll twist over to the right. Getting between those shoulder blades that can get hunched. Here we go, coming forward again. Notice if you want any movement here, if that might feel good. Let's keep the right forearm on that right quad. Lift that, left hand on the small of the back. We're going to open maybe over to the left. Come back around, and then we'll lift the arm up and over. Reach, reach, reach. Have those fingers engaged. Really, our lines of energy go through the tips of our fingers and our toes, so they're very important. So here we go. Left hand is going to go onto that right quad. We pull the right arm out. It's going to come over onto the left quad. Going to bend our elbows here, right? And when ready, we're going to shift over to the right. Back through center. See if you can notice your navel center staying forward. Right, maybe it doesn't. One more time each side. Back through center. And over to the other side. Back through center. We're going to release our arms, come forward one more time. Some of you may be curious about doing this. If you'd like to take one hand close to the floor, if you'd like to have your fingertips on the floor, I've got my left hand on the floor. I might do a little bit, maybe a fist. I might do a little bit more of another twist, bringing my arms up. Let's bring the gaze up towards the hand. And we'll windmill that right arm down. We'll shift and we'll lift. We'll bring our hand back down. We'll shift and we'll lift. Hand comes back down, we'll shift and we lift. And then we find ourselves coming upright one more time for that nice stretch. So it's almost like my glutes are trying to push away the chair. All right, when ready, let's bring our hands back up. We're going to heel toe everything in. We'll now pick up our right knee. Here we go. We'll hug our right knee in, and let's just do some nice circles with that ankle. Right, both sides. Right, keep yourself tall. We can sink back, of course, if that feels good. Extending your hands back behind you, we extend our foot long. I'll just show you. It's right out in front of us. Let's flex and let's point. Flex. Here we go. Oops. And point. Flex and point. Flex and point. Then we're going to take the outside of this right leg. Some of you may know this. If I was to recommend anything, if you're doing a lot of sitting, this is something you can stay sitting doing, but this is so good for this whole hip area. And any of us that deal with sciatica, keeping our muscles stretched and relaxed, because the muscles are trying to protect that sciatic nerve, keeping them relaxed will put less pressure on the nerve. So some of you may want to come like this. It's called a figure four. Please make sure you're comfortable with it, right? And you can just lean forward or just keep it here. Some of you may want to bend the knee a little bit. The only thing I invite you, and really is important, is that ankle bone on the leg that's up does not put on pressure on your knee. And then just lean forward. You should feel it in your glute. We have about 4 glute muscles, so we're going to do that. We're just going to pause here. I invite you to bring awareness back to your breath. Offering some deeper exhales. It softens and allows us to settle, to deepen the stretch. And then we'll find ourselves coming back upright. Let's give another hug in. Here we go. And hands come back behind. Let's extend. Nice. And we'll bend that right knee, comes down. We'll bring up the left knee now. Let's hug the left knee in, keeping yourself tall. So maybe feeling your shoulder blades down the back of your body, opening the sternum. There we go. Doing some nice circles here. Taking our hands back underneath our quads, extending the leg, and we can point and flex, point and flex, point and flex. And here we go. If you'd like to come into a figure 4 on this side, allowing this side to be different. Perhaps you all know we're not symmetrical. We'd like to think that maybe we are, but each side is most likely different. So you can open your leg like this, or you can bend the knee, put it here. I invite you to lean forward if that feels good. Again, what can you do with your breath to help you feel connected with what's happening in your body? A beautiful place to notice if your mind wanders and you just allow yourself to come right back here to feel it. Feel your body right here. All right. So let's take this leg off, get yourself reestablished away from the back of your chair. And I invite us to take both arms up, palms down. We're going to bend our arms towards our ears. Notice we're going to bring our arms together. I'm going to extend the arms in front, bend them up. Use your core. Notice the difference in the shoulder blades. Palms are towards you. Now we come into a W. So my elbows are like reaching back behind. So here I am opening up my sternum, the tops of the shoulders. I bring my arms back up now, so shoulders and elbows in alignment, and I bring them forward. I bend, I'm opening between the shoulder blades. Bend the elbows, open, palms are together. This time, elbows come back and down. We're not going to pop our ribs and arch, so you don't have to go far back. This is going to be just enough. The W, here we go. We bring our arms up one more time. We bring them together. Beautiful. Extend them straight. We lift. We open. Last time, coming into that W. Let's lift both arms tall. Another side bend, left hand down, right arm over. So notice that that right foot's going to push down. If you push down with that right foot, that's really going to keep you engaged. Notice the core involvement here, right? It keeps us steady. If you'd like to release the left arm holding onto a beach ball, you can. To come up, the hand can release. Push down with that right foot, both arms lift. Here we go. Here we go. Right arm down, reach tall with the left, and we can come over, push down with that left foot. Use that left foot to keep you steady. Let's extend into the beach ball if you would like, otherwise keep it down. In order to come up, push down with the left, both arms come up. We bring our hands back down through heart center. Hands rest on our quads. Let's do a shoulder roll. Just remember which direction. Let's do 3 in each direction. What's your breath doing? And inhale up. And exhale, letting go. And inhale when your shoulders come up. And exhale, let it go, right? That really releases chemicals. Remember, the exhale is important to let us let go of those things we don't need. All right, let's do a little bit of wiggle here. Okay, we're going to take the left hand back behind us, and this right hand is going to find the back behind us. Okay, so maybe we clasp our hands like this, whatever feels comfortable. It doesn't really matter. So we're trying to get a little bit of stretch. You'll see what we're going to do on the left side of the neck. So let's bring right ear to the right shoulder. Now here, I invite you to move the chin just a little bit towards the ceiling and then bring the chin back down. It's the chin this time that really is moving. We're just looking for some of those sweet spots. Here we go. And when ready, release that left arm. Keep the right hand and behind us. We're going to extend that left arm. We're going to bring the palm up. As we do that, the head comes down. And then the ear comes towards the shoulder, the arm comes back. When ready, we're going to lift as the chin comes down, and we're going to come back to the side. One more time, we're weaving it up as the chin comes down. This is a beautiful brain activity because we have multiple things going on. And when ready, bringing the chin, take the hand back behind you, both hands behind you. And when ready, bringing the chin down, lifting with the back muscles of the head again. Let's release our arms. Notice if your body's asking for a shoulder roll. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But always notice the breath. Here we go. This time we're taking the right hand back behind us and the left hand's going to clasp. That feels good. No, we'll do it the other way. I'm so sorry. Left hand behind, right hand holds on to it. And we're going to bring the head over here towards the left. There we go. Let's notice what that feels like. And we'll just move the chin initially down towards the top with the shoulder and then bring it back up. Maybe even enjoy, if you can, consider enjoying and noticing the shift. Here we go. So here we go, a little bit of brain for this side. Here we go. We're going to extend this right arm long. As the arm comes up, the head goes down. As the arm comes back in front, we bring the head back to the side. Arm goes out, chin goes down, arm comes through center, head goes through ear. Again, we bring it up, chin goes down, hand comes through center. And here we are. Both hands are going to come back behind us, chin towards the center of us. And I invite you this time to consider taking your hands back, if you can, in the front of your chair, just reaching down just a little bit, maybe reaching with the shoulders. You can hold on to the back of your chair as well, too, if that feels good. Again, opening the shoulders. All right, we're moving on. Here we are getting everything warmed up. So a little bit more core for us to engage that is we're going to take two hands, we're going to lift the right knee, and we'll put our hands on top. What we're going to do is push up with that right knee as hands prevent the knee from going up. Release, we switch. Release, we switch. Release, switch. Release, switch. Release, switch. Two more times, one on each side. Release, here we are. Up, release, and come up. And beautiful, coming down. Extending both legs long, if that's comfortable. A little micro bend in the knees is important. Toes up. Make sure you're settled on your chair. Maybe you reach back. And we're going to find ourselves just sliding down. Once again, we are going to keep our shoulder blades together, sternum open. I invite you to see where your neck feels parallel, a part of your whole spine gazes down. This is like a chair, downward facing dog. Beautiful. We're going to keep that left leg long and we're going to bend the right knee. Hands are going to come down a little bit longer if that feels comfortable. Micro bend in that left leg. Maybe the right hand reaches a little bit longer for the foot. Not sure. You know your own flexibility. Right foot is supporting our back, coming back up. Here we go. We'll do the same with the other. We'll extend that right leg, hands slide down. And let go and breathe. Allow the forward fold to happen. Notice if you're really efforting to make it happen, just the momentum. Yoga is so great because just being in the posture is enough. It's enough energetically. They were scientifically designed, so it's all good. Finding ourselves coming back upright. Okay, let's extend our arms in front. And what we're going to do is we're going to open our hands and close our fingers. And just doing it and then open them wide, release, wide, close, and then find yourself doing it faster and faster, as fast as you can do it. Again, good for neural connection, neural wiring. If I guess you have arthritis, not so good, but then do that and then let's release. Noticing how fatiguing that might be, but you have those of us that are on computers, it can be really helpful. Let's now bend our elbows, bringing our hands towards us. And we're just going to use the hinge joint. So it's like we're letting go. There's something ucky on our palm. So we're going to let it go. Bring it up. Let it go. maybe even a little faster. Notice your breath and release. Nice. We're going to turn our palms, our hands over. And here we go. This is one of my fun ones. I like to do really good for that left to right neural connection. We're going to bring our hands out in front of us. We're going to go up and down with our hands. And then we're going to go sideways with our hands. And then here we go. You probably know what comes next. One hand up, the other hand sideways. Right? We get to laugh at ourselves, but really, I've been doing this and I have gotten better. Might not look that way, but anyway, one hand, other hand up and down, other hand sideways. Right. Again, it's really great to do that cross brain connection. Let's shake everything down. Nice big shoulder roll, settle. Okay, so we're going to put a couple of things together. So here we go. Make sure you're comfortable kind of in the middle of your chair. Let's feel yourself. Let's do a nice shoulder roll. Allow the arms just to, shoulder blades just to relax, arms down. So here we go. We're going to inhale up. Both arms come overhead. Right arm comes down. We're going to come over into that side twist. Push down with the left foot. Both arms come up overhead. We'll do the same thing, but the other side. Both arms come back up, and we're going to come in down through our heart center, bringing our right hand around our right knee, taking the hands back behind. Leg lowers as hand goes down that front of the leg. Hands find themselves coming back upright. We extend the opposite leg. Both hands hold on to the chair. We tilt forward. We come back up, we push our hands on our chair, bring our feet together, and you can just push down, open your heart center, and come back to center, releasing our arms to the side. Here we go, other side. We're going to inhale up. Left hand comes down, we come up and over. Use that right foot. Push down with the right foot. Both arms come up. Left arm comes down, up and over. Both arms come up into that heart center. Hands come down to the heart. We lift that left leg. Hands come underneath. We extend the leg long. Arms slide down. Both hands come back up. Hold on to the chair. Both legs are long. And a little gentle push up and opening. Both feet come back in, and we bring our arms to the side. Continuing on, we inhale, both arms up. Right arm comes down. We come up and over, push down with that left hand. Here we go. Both arms come up. We go to the other side. Inhale up. Both arms are going to come into the center. We place them on our quads. We open our legs wide. Right arm on that right quad, and we come over into our side bend. Both arms, or left arm comes back up, hold on to the chair, extending legs long. Hands slide down. We come back up, bending that left knee, and then we bend that right knee, hands push down, and we open a little gentle heart bend, opening, back bend, I said, coming into center. Inhale, both arms come up. Here we go. Left arm comes down. We go over to the side. Push down with the right foot. Here you go. We come back up, hands through the heart center. We open both feet wide. Come over in a side bend, over to the side. Nice. Both arms come up as we extend the left leg, finding ourselves coming down. Both hands come back up. Both legs go long. Bending our knees, we come in and we push down with our heart center. And we release. Let's just do an inhale and an exhale through the heart center. Notice your breath. Notice how you're feeling. Any change in the quality of your mind and your body? Maybe not. That's okay. We are here, and that's the biggest message we're giving to our brain, that we are committed to taking care of our brain and our health and our body. So I'm going to show if you can move your chair around. Some of you may not be, able to do that. But if you can move your chair around, we're going to come into, and you're comfortable standing. Notice we're going to have our feet hip width apart. My hands are on top of the chair. Right. So notice I'm working with a flat back. I'm lucky I can see myself. You guys probably can't see yourself. We're going to bring our forearms down again if this is comfortable. If you'd like to walk your feet out just a little bit, they're still going to point forward. Right. Again, we're just trying to get a stretch and then just do a little bit of pushing back and forth. This is where you need locking wheels and you need your chair to be steady. We're just moving back and forth. Right. Getting a little deeper opening. Notice your breath. We exhale and we inhale. So exhale back and inhale forward. When ready, we're going to take that right foot forward. Hands are going to come onto the chair. Right, we're going to bend that right knee and we're going to root to rise for our warrior one. So my hands are up over my head. There we go, like this. We're going to bring our hands forward to the chair. Experiment with keeping that right leg straight if that is, or a mini back bend. A mini bend. Let's see. Let's walk that left foot a little bit closer to the right foot. And we're coming a bit more. Notice my weight is over my hips. We are coming into a pyramid pose. Back is as flat as possible. Let's bend the right knee. Left foot follows. Push down with both feet and we come tall. Here we go. Let's do a nice big inhale up with the arms. And we'll bring our arms back down by the sides, coming to the chair. When ready, take a step back with that right foot. There we go. Pausing there for a moment. A little bend there with that left foot. We're going to find ourselves again. This is warrior one coming up overhead. And we can bring our hands to our heart center just as easily. We can bring hands now to the chair. Push down with your left foot. Going to straighten the leg. Right foot's going to come just a little bit closer. Again, what I'm trying to do is open up the glutes, the hamstrings, the muscles, the sacroiliac ligament. Some of you, if you'd like to come down a little bit lower, you can. No choice. This is good enough. No reason to. Bend your right knee. Both feet are going to come back together. Let's push down and find ourselves coming upright overhead. Maybe a nice inhale up. And we'll bring our hands down through our heart center. Okay. Now, since we're doing this, I think this is great. There's two options. I'm going to turn my chair around, back up just a little bit. So maybe you can see I have a bookshelf right behind me. There we go. So holding on, if your chair, however your chair is, going to take a step back with that right foot. Nice step back. We're going to bend the left knee. Some of you may want to rest your arms on the chair if that's comfortable. We're going to tilt forward and lift the leg up behind us. Bend your left knee. Right foot comes down and we stand up. We're going to take a step back with that left foot. Bend that right knee. Hands can come on the chair. And if you'd like to lean forward, we can lift that leg. This is a warrior three. There's nothing, or keep your toes on the floor. That's fine. When ready, left foot comes next to right foot. Let's find ourselves standing upright. When ready, we're going to take a step back with that right foot. And we can add on here if you would like. This is a balance. Staying here is good. So I invite anybody that just wants to stay here without holding onto the chair. Beautiful. Actually, let's all keep our left hand on the chair or down next to us, your choice. We're going to bring that right arm up and we're going to come up and over to the side. So we got a side bend going on here. I think you can see me. Yep. Right arm comes back up and down. If you'd like to go further, we'll come onto those right toes. Maybe we lean forward and we lift that left leg. Maybe not. And if you'd like to keep the toes down and lift the left arm, you can. So here we are. If you're leaning forward, right, we're coming into what we call warrior three, bending the left knee, right foot comes down, shoulder roll. So, all of this, I just have to say, all of this, what is important, and one of the beautiful things about yoga that I say, we're going to do the other side, of course, is that we are training our brain to remember these neurons and these connections. It is true. If we don't use it, we lose it. The brain says that's a waste of energy. So I don't have all this, memory going on. I'm not going to hold it. So that's why anything that you do, even with just putting the leg back and imagining your arm going up, I mean, that's why yoga works for stroke patients, right? I mean, if they might not be able to do it, but they're seeing the wiring going on, which is really, really lovely. Okay. So I'm offering a wide variety of things for people so that you just know, what you can do, what is interested. I don't want anyone to leave here frustrated or saying, no, it was too much. So we are going to do the other foot. Here we go, which means is we're going to take a step back with that right foot. Nice. And I invite us, first of all, to bend the left knee and just come onto the toes if you would like. Or if you'd like to lean further a bit more, we can hold the chair with two hands. Let's bend the left knee and we'll bring the right foot right next to the left. If you would like to now step back with that right foot, come onto the heel just a little bit, maybe bend that left knee, and maybe you want to lift your left arm overhead, keeping the right hand on the chair, or if you'd like to release it down by the side, you can release it down by the side or hold on to the chair. Let's have both hands come back to the chair and find yourself leaning forward just a little bit if you would like, or you just bring the toes down, lift that left arm, your choice. See what feels right. Sometimes it's just we're challenging ourselves, which is important. Let's bring both feet down. All right. I hope you're all hanging in there okay. So we're going to now move into like a warrior two, a warrior one to a warrior two. So I'm going to do it this way. I invite you to put your right hand on the left side of your chair. Right hand on the left side of your chair. Let me go right here. Okay. My right hand is on the left side of the chair. So when you're ready, we're going to take a little step back, not a nice step, a step back with my right foot. See how my right heel is up, and we'll lift our left arm. Crescent lunge. Someone feels like they do yoga and they want to lift both arms, or they've done this before. Here you are. I forgot about that because we're all doing yoga. I invite you to put that right foot on the ground and bring your left arm forward. If you're comfortable with releasing your right arm, we bring the right arm back, and this is our warrior two. Take a look at the middle finger on your left hand. Bring your gaze and look at the middle finger on your right hand. Imagine them just like a T or a yardstick. Lengthen your front leg. Both hands can come down. You can hold on to the chair. Notice my front leg is nice and long, right? Let's just bend the knee. Feel your arms floating up. With warrior two, we might want to go like that, or we might want to go like that. But if we lengthen the leg, float our arms down, pause. Sides of neck are long. Let's just bend the knee. And we don't have to do anything with our body. We're just going to float our arms up. Lengthen the front leg, arms come down. I'm going to do this 2 more times with the breath. Bend the knee, float the arms up. Exhale, everything comes down. Inhale, we bend the knee, arms float up. Last time, release. Feel your arms moving through space. Exhale, we come back up. Nice. Some of you, we can do reverse warrior. Right hand is on that right quad. Left hand, the palm turns up. We're going to lift. Remember all that beautiful side opening we did? We're going to lift tall. We're going to come back if you would like, or just lift it, right? Just lift the arm. When ready, we're going to come back. We're going to lengthen the front leg. Oh, we're going to stay into warrior two. Let's lower the hand. Right hand comes on the chair. We pivot on those back toes, left toes, so everything is facing in the same direction. Both hips are like headlights. Left arm comes up if you would like. Doesn't have to, can be on the waist. What we are going to do is push down with the left foot. Right foot's going to follow. We're going to take a nice step back with the right foot. Going to lift that left arm. When ready, of course, hand can go here, whatever you would like. Let's push down with the left. Notice it's the pushing down that brings that right foot forward. I'm so used to stepping, doing something like this, where we take a nice step back. And I think I've got to put all the effort on the right side to get it forward, but it's really the pushing down. If I push down against gravity, there we go, the right foot's going to follow. So getting up is a little easier than we might think. Let's bring our arms and come into a mountain pose. Shoulder roll here. Feet are hip width apart. Notice again that midline all the way up through the very top of our head. Like there's a little bit, I used to not like this example, but I think it's good. Almost like there's a little string. It's just keeping you a little bit taller, but your chin is tucked. All right, here we go, other side. So you're going to walk to the other side of your chair, which means my left hand is on the right side of the chair. Okay, so we are going to take a step back with that right foot. There we go. And if you would like, we're going to lift the right arm tall if that feels good. Palm is facing the midline. Some of you may want to do both hands, maybe not. Take the hand back to the chair if you would like. Hand can come to the hip or the heart center. Push down with the left. Right foot follows. All right, we'll just pause again. We're going to try it again. Left hand's on the side of the chair, but we'll go to warrior two. Let's take a nice step back. This time, though, we might want to do that side bend. So if you'd like to bring the right hand down the side, if you'd like to lift that hand up, we're going to come over to the side. No, folks, do me a favor. Take your left hand down the side. Lift your right arm. Lean into the chair. If that feels good, you can hold on to the chair. That's why we do that. Let's bring the right hand down. And we're going to take this right foot. It's going to pivot out. Right. So you may want to check if your heel's in alignment with your ankle bone. We can release our shoulders. If a shoulder roll is helpful, you can hold on. But when ready, we just float our arms up. Take a look again here. Middle of the left hand, middle of the right hand. Those middle fingers, are they in alignment? Let's lengthen the front leg. We're going to bring both arms down. Inhale, left knee bends, arms float up. Lengthen, let go. Here we go. Inhale, we bend that left knee. We float our arms up. Let's do it one more time. Lengthen, we release. When ready, we're going to inhale. We're going to float our arms up. Beautiful. Some of you now might want to take this hand on the back. We're going to lift the front arm and we're going to reach tall, opening the side of the body. Beautiful. Breathe into the rib cage, right? When ready, we're going to find ourselves even lengthening that front leg. If you would like, push down with your left big toe. Let's bend the front knee. We're going to come into our warrior two. Left hand can come onto the chair. We're going to pivot now. So now my right heel is straight up towards the ceiling. Maybe we lift the right arm tall. Maybe it comes to the heart center. We're going to push down with the left. Right foot follows. Here we go again. We're going to step back. Go get ourselves established. And when ready, push down with the left. Right foot follows. Nice. And we can turn now and come back into our mountain pose. Maybe there's a shoulder roll right here or not. And let's take a moment and take stock of our feet on the ground, noticing our toes, the soles of our feet, how energized they feel or not. Notice from our waist on down anything that you notice. When ready, bringing awareness up the sides of your bodies to the base of your neck, how open your sternum feels, your collarbone. As you breathe in and out, does your throat feel soft? As you breathe in and out, sensing that your jaw, your eyes, the top of your head. Then offering a nice big inhale and exhale. And then let's just move back to our chair in a minute. But if you want to open your feet wide, you can. We just want to take another inhale and bring our arms down through center. This time, our right arm's going to come forward. Our left arm's going to come back. We twist. We bring our arms up. Exhale through center. Left arm forward. Right arm back. Arms come up. And we slowly bring our arms down through our midline, feeling them at the side of our body. And then taking a moment to come back and sit in our chairs. I'm going to come a little bit closer to you all. Yeah, find yourself leaning into the back of your chair. Yeah, and notice as you exhale what wants to release. So offering yourself 3 inhales and deep exhales. What wants to release a bit more? And maybe even allow it to move. Maybe allow that part to move. Allowing your body to rest in the chair. And then we're just going to do 1 twist to each side, and then I'll be quiet for a couple of minutes. I'll guide you with that. But let's take our left hand onto our right knee, and we're maybe going to open to the side. I invite us to take this left hand and open that shoulder blade down. Gaze doesn't have to go too far, wherever it feels right. Engage your core, release, come to center, right hand comes onto left knee, and we go the other side. Again, opening and lowering down that opposite shoulder, which right now is the right shoulder. And then find yourself coming back around and leaning back. And I'm going to be quiet for just about a minute. So I invite you to just notice if your mind has already wandered to anything that's on your devices, or if you can just really stay right here. This is how we train our mind to settle. We have to train it. It won't do it on its own. It's designed to be distracted by whatever is in our awareness at the moment, right? So let's just find ourselves settling here. I'm wondering if before we come back to eyes open, if your eyes were closed, again, all this is optional. You can just maybe have an inner smile or a little expression, an outer smile of gratitude for the fact that you came here today, that you gave your body the chance to reset and restore for the afternoon, and the fact that you even offered you value your well-being. So I want to thank you so much for all being here today. And I can stay on. I'm not sure if questions was an opportunity or not, but I'm happy to answer any questions. But above all else, thanks for being here, and I invite you to keep your interest going on. So be well. Thank you. Thank you for all these thank yous. I appreciate it. Good. Thank you. Yeah, I do get to see the your responses. Thank you. Nice. I teach in at Coconut Elephant in Richmond on Midlothian. Someone asked that question, and a couple of the Ys here. So yeah, you're welcome. Gosh, nice to see this. Thank you. Thank you all for being here. Oh, good. Thanks. Yeah. Great, Casey. Glad this was your first chair yoga. Welcome. Good. Glad it was relaxing, Jamie. Yeah. Good. Thank you, Kim. Lovely. Lovely, lovely. Well, thank you so much, everybody. Wishing you a good rest of the day.